Hey, it's Di, aka Yukinatook on Instagram and YouTube. I'm here today because I had said a while back I wanted to do a video series on how you get into busking and the equipment that you need, and highlight the equipment that you may not know you need. Um, Within this last year, I set a goal to start busking myself. I do it for charity. I usually play at farmers markets, and I've learned a lot in that year of things that I might need, things that might be an emergency situation that I didn't realize I needed. Little tricks of the trade that I've learned over time. So today's episode, episode 1, is probably one where most people have about 90% of the things that I'm going to highlight. That being your instrument and your instrument accessories. Now, busking can be done in any form. It could be you singing alone with just your voice. You could be drumming on buckets. Anything that you can make music with, you can busk with. So you don't necessarily need to have an expensive instrument, as long as what you're creating is what brings you passion. So for me, my instrument of choice is my trusted ukulele. This is a close, fully carbon fiber tenor ukulele that the great people at Close sponsored me with as a brand ambassador. The reason that this is my trusted busking instrument is because it is carbon fiber and has the durability to be outside in all types of weather. So it's one less thing for me to have to worry about. Having an instrument that you are very comfortable with, that you don't feel awkward with, that you play regularly and can fall into that space of comfort with is very, very important. So whatever instrument it is that you want to busk with, you want to make sure that you practice with it a lot in a situation where you're playing the songs that you would be busking with. For me, that's this beautiful instrument. So moving along, not only is it important to have your instrument, a lot of buskers want to be heard, and it can get quite loud in outdoor environments. Farmers markets can get loud and buzzy. There's lots of people talking, dogs barking. Other vendors may be playing music, gas generators. So there's a need to be heard and amplified when you're performing. So it is important that the instrument that you choose have some form of being able to be amplified. So this ukulele comes with a built-in preamp, which also has a tuner setting, which is nice. That's one less thing that I bring with me is a tuner, because I know I have mine built right into the instrument. Now, that being said, if you have a favorite instrument, specifically a ukulele or guitar that doesn't have amplification built in, there is options. One of those options is a external piezo transducer pickup. So this one will actually just stick on the outside of your instrument. It's not too big, but you would stick it about here, and then there's probes that go on the inside to pick up the sound. There is other options from this product line that you can put right along the bridge, or you could take your instrument to a reputable music store and have a pickup installed into your favorite instrument. Now, one of the musts for having an instrument with a built-in pickup, and this is lesson learned, my very first open mic, I went to plug in my instrument, no sounds coming out through the amp. Why? because my batteries had died. So I always keep extra batteries for my pickup in my case. And I've cut them so that they should just pop out because they have these child-safe packaging so that kids don't swallow the batteries. And it makes them really tricky to kind of get out if you don't have scissors or a knife. So I've kind of pre-cut them. I may even actually put them into like an old film canister so they don't have to cut anything or fuss at all. They're just ready to go on the fly. That's something I'll look at doing. Very, very important to have extra batteries because you never know when that pickup is gonna die. You get warnings, but sometimes they just go. Also, you're gonna wanna have a capo. So if you sing a variety of songs, you should have an idea of what key that song is in. But certain songs you may need a capo. I know I rely on my capo quite a bit. This one specifically is my favorite. It is the D'Addario Ukulele Capo Pro. It has a spring mechanism. It's very, very sleek. Looks bigger than it is, but it's very, very sleek. I find it does not get in my way at all when I'm trying to finger or strum. And like I said, it doesn't have that big crazy overhang. It takes a couple seconds to get off. And I usually just keep it in my pocket or on a stand that's nearby. An neck strap. I didn't use a neck strap for a long time, but when I really started performing, it was kind of a necessity. I play standing up. I think it helps vocally. You get more air. You're not squished sitting down. You don't have to worry about carrying a seat with you. That's one less thing you have to bring with you. So I stand when I perform. I remember when I was taking vocal lessons, one of the things was to be rooted into the ground to get more sound. So I play with a strap, whatever strap you find the most comfortable or the coolest design, whatever works for you. I particularly like this setup that has the strap button on the bottom and the strap button on the top of the body versus being up at the neck because I just like having this freedom. That's my choice. If your instrument doesn't have buttons, that's a very easy install at a reputable music store. My personal suggestion is the top and bottom of the ukulele body because it just frees up your hand if you have to adjust your microphone or your camera or whatever, even talking to people. I find it just frees up a lot of arm space. This particular strap I use, I'm pretty consistent with using this one. This is the Guitar for Vets fundraising initiative. Guitars for Vets is a program that allows veterans that are suffering with post-traumatic stress to enter into I believe it's a 12-week guitar program where they learn guitar, and if they follow through the full 12 weeks, at the end they get given a guitar for their efforts. There's a very strong nexus between music and mental health, and it's a program I've gotten behind. I can understand its value, and this is just a little token of my support. Lastly, since you're going to be plugging in, or if you choose to plug in your instrument, you're going to need a guitar cable. So this is a 10-foot cable. This is by Signal Chain Audio, a small US company, small business that hand makes these cables with love and care. I particularly like them. I like that they come in different colors for various reasons. Namely, when I know this one is plugged in, not this one specifically, but the one that I use on my rig, It's in a color I can see right away. I know which one is my guitar cable. But the better quality cable you can buy, the better, more consistent sound you're gonna have. If you buy a $10 cable off Amazon, you're only gonna get $10 worth of sound. So this is an important piece because there is quality in paying what you get, what you pay for, basically. But obviously, not all buskers have a lot of money, so keep it within your price range. Don't go crazy. If you can only afford that $10, $12 cable, that's all you can afford. The other factor you have to consider is your distance that you may need to move around while you're performing. I only use a 10-foot cable. That's sufficient for me. I don't move around a lot. I keep my amp quite close to me when I'm performing, so I don't need a ton of extra space. So 10 feet is fine for me. You can get 15 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. You can get one that's long but coils, so it doesn't get all messed up. This is an Ernie ball one that I have. So the sky's kind of limit, but it is an important piece of your instrument kit. One of the things with your cable, this is a little trick of the trade, is that before you plug in, you want to kind of go underneath your strap, kind of loop it around, and then plug in, because it's not just going to fall out. It kind of gets locked in once it's uncoiled. But that's just a little way to kind of additionally secure your instrument cable in case you step on it, or who knows what happens. Little kid walks up and tries to yank it out. So that's basically everything that you need for your instrument to be able to start busking or performing live at smaller venues, at church, wherever you want to perform. Instrument, strap, capo, some sort of acoustification, extra batteries, and a cable to plug in. I hope this has been informative, and if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them my way. And maybe there's something I've missed. I don't know. This is still a new process to me, but this is what works for me, and this is the things that I use when I busk. So yeah, I hope to see you on the flip side with my next episode of What You Need for Busking.